Hold on. Think I hear something. Hold on. Wait. I don't gotta run. Can't be a werewolf. I'm not in France. To all my haters, you ain't all lie. You talk slick, but you ain't all lie. Guess what, guys? France really did experience real werewolf trials. Not kidding at all. France experienced many werewolf trials in the 16th and 17th centuries, including some well-known cases. Now, bear with me because obviously I'm not going to pronounce these correctly. Gilles Garnier of Dole, one of the most famous werewolf trials in France, which took place in 1573. Pierre Bergat and Michael Verdun in 1521. These French shepherds confessed to being werewolves. After making a deal with mysterious men, they were convicted and burned at the stake. So I guess Pierre Bergat and Michael Verdun were confronted, I want to say, by three men, or approached by three men. And after making a deal with those three men, they were given an ointment that turned them into werewolves. Listen, these are real werewolf trials that are documented. This ain't like no myth at this point. The Gandelin family, the accused, were also accused of murder and cannibalism. Jacques Roulette of Angers, the accused, was also accused of murder and cannibalism. The number of people executed for being werewolves in France between 1520 and 1630, check this out, guys, is reported to be as high as 30,000. Hold on. 30,000 people were accused of being werewolves. That is wild. See, there's always, right? Let's say it was just mass paranoia, and there's a little bit of truth in that. Somebody seen something. Like, that ain't just all make-believe and mythological stories at that point, guys. You know, like, I've seen some stuff just walking around trails at nighttime that was pretty questionable. You know, I've spoken about them before, you know, especially like Bigfoot type of stuff. But what I'm trying to say is I have no reason to like doubt any of this. Whew. So, however, Dutch historian William de Blecourt traced this figure to a book by Pierre de Lancret, who believed that every family in the Laborde region practiced witchcraft. The idea of lycanthropy was filled by a combination of real and imagined fears. Wolves did move closer to human settlements in Franche-Comté during the 16th and 17th centuries, and some of their attacks were interpreted as the work of werewolves. See, like that, I can understand that, you know. I can understand, you know, certain people seeing wolves and, you know, werewolf. But I do at the same time believe that not everybody was just making everything up or was just exaggerated based off of something smaller that they may have seen. The populace and authorities also projected their fears onto the figure of the werewolf. France experienced several dozen werewolf witch trials around the end of the 16th century. That is crazy. So before America even had witch trials, Europe had werewolf trials. A few of the accused may have been actual, I don't want to say this because, you know, YouTube, or serial killers, but many were beggars, hermits, or who are tortured into confessions. All right, so let's talk about it for a second. With you out in France, I would like to know, what have you heard as far as, I'm sure everybody's heard a little bit of something, but down your specific lineage, right? You know, your grandmother, your great grandmother, or grandpa, like, what have they told you? What have they told you as far as werewolves? Because I know for a fact, not everybody is crazy. And when you look at everything that was created on TV and in movies, and you hear about all these werewolves and all these, it's like people, I don't believe people just came up with that at all. No, no. And we live in a type of society where right now, if I was to just see a werewolf, right, or some type of shapeshifter, and I was to speak about it, I'm gonna be, if it was to go, let's say viral, I would be ran on all type of tests, under all type of tests, and they would figure out something. They would figure out something. But to be honest with you, let's be honest, guys. The ancients have taught us and have left many clues that there is otherworldly things out there. And I just feel like the more that we got into materialism, the more that we got into just the material world, the more we chose to discredit majority of those things and start to call things crazy in order to, and a lot of people did this in order to fit into certain classes too. You know, you got classism that plays a part. But here's the thing. I feel like the higher you do go up, right? Like the people that do run things, they be knowing certain things. They be knowing certain things. Like there's this lake, for example, this giant lake, I forgot what it's called, in Russia, that there's stories of what people call, you know, there's different terms for mermaids, but just like these sea creatures. And even the military, you know, had, in I guess, a run-in with them. But Putin, he had took a submarine like all the way, like really far down there. It's like, you got to question these things. Like, what is it that our governments probably hide from us? And then when you look at so many people that just go missing, you got to question that. You got to question that. Like, it can't just all be, listen, I'm going to look more into that. I'm definitely going to look more into that and just see, like, you know, see what the personal accounts really said. Because I just don't believe you can discredit that much information. And like, it can't just all be fake is what I'm trying to say. There's no way. I just seen a video of what was called the so-called shapeshifter, and whether the video was fake, whether the video was real, well, a lot of these videos are fake, a lot of these videos are CGI. But to be real with you, there's so much out there we wouldn't know the real from the fake, because we could be watching the real and thinking it's fake, and vice versa. How you doing? So how I felt about that when I seen that video, I seen a lot of people in the comments pretty much saying this is common in Mexico, or, you know, in this certain region of the world, we call this such and such, or we call it, like, it's, you get what I'm saying? And this has been going on for centuries. There's different names for different things. So you can't brush that off. France, talk to me, France. Let me know in these comments. I need to know. I need to know what's going on with them werewolves, man. I need the truth. I need the real truth from the real French people. Talk to me. With that being said, original link will be in the description. And I'll be back for more. Happy spooky season.